Does your family have quiet, peaceful dinners, or is your house always full of loud, chaotic, happy noise?
Whether your family is tiny or massive, it's a topic that connects absolutely all of us. Welcome back to the Daily English Loop, the podcast where learning English is always easy, very natural, and incredibly fun. I'm Lisa.
And I'm Alex. Today we have a very special and personal topic. We're going to talk about the people we love the most. Today, we're talking all about family.
Oh, family. That's a beautiful topic. Everyone has a family, whether it's big, small, or somewhere in between.
Exactly. It's also the perfect topic for practicing English because everyone loves talking about the people they care about.
It really is. But before we dive into our family trees, if you enjoy our podcast and want to learn with us every week, please take a moment to hit the subscribe button for the Daily English Loop.
Yes, please subscribe. And if you love your family, give this episode a big thumbs up. Sharing this podcast with your friends or family members who are also learning English really helps our channel grow.
We truly appreciate your support. Okay, Alex, I've got my green tea, you've got your dark roast coffee. Let's talk about family. I have to ask you the first big question. Do you come from a large family or a small family?
That's a great question. I'd say I come from a very small, quiet family. What about you, Lisa?
Oh, I'm the complete opposite. I come from a massive, loud, and very busy family. My house was always full of people when I was growing up.
A massive family. That sounds like a lot of fun, but also a lot of chaos. Let's start with the center of the family, our parents. Tell me about your mom and dad.
My parents are absolutely wonderful. My mother's name is Elena. She's the heart of our family.
Elena is a beautiful name. And what about your father?
My father's name is Robert. He's a very hardworking and patient man. He had to be patient with so many kids running around.
I can imagine. My parents are also fantastic. My mother's name is Patricia, but everyone calls her Patty, and my father's name is Michael.
Patty and Michael, those are great classic names. Where do your parents live now, Alex?
They live in a very quiet house out in the suburbs, far away from the noisy city center. They have a big backyard where my dad loves to grill food.
A house in the suburbs sounds very peaceful. My parents, Elena and Robert, still live right in the middle of the busy city. They love being close to all the restaurants and theaters.
The city is definitely exciting. Now, Lisa, you said you have a massive family. Tell me about your brothers and sisters. We call them siblings.
Yes, siblings. I have a lot of them. I have 3 older brothers and 1 younger sister.
3 older brothers. Wow. You grew up with 4 siblings in one house?
Yes, it was crazy. My oldest brother is named Daniel. He's very serious and organized. He's an accountant.
Daniel the accountant. Okay, who's next?
Then there's Marcus. Marcus is the funny one. He's always telling jokes and making everyone laugh. He's a high school teacher.
A funny teacher is the best kind of teacher. And your third brother?
The third brother is named Leo. Leo is very adventurous. He loves hiking, climbing mountains, and traveling.
Wow, Daniel, Marcus, and Leo. And you said you have a younger sister too?
Yes, my little sister's name is Maya. She's the baby of the family, but she's very smart. She's studying computer science at university.
That's an incredibly diverse group of siblings, a serious accountant, a funny teacher, an adventurous traveler, and a smart student.
It never gets boring when we're all together. What about you, Alex? You said you have a small family. Do you have any siblings?
I only have one sibling. I have an older sister named Sarah.
Just you and Sarah. Are you two very close?
We're incredibly close. Because it was just the two of us, we were best friends growing up. Sarah is very creative and artistic. She works as an interior designer.
Oh, an interior designer. That means she makes the inside of houses look beautiful.
Exactly. She's always rearranging the furniture in my apartment. It's really nice having just one sister. It's very peaceful.
It sounds lovely. Okay, so we talked about our parents and our siblings. Let's move up the family tree. Let's talk about our grandparents.
Grandparents are the best. They always have the best stories and the best food.
It's so true. I was very lucky to grow up near my mother's parents. My grandmother's name is Rosa, and my grandfather's name is Arthur.
Rosa and Arthur. Do they still live in the city near your parents?
No, they actually live in a small coastal town right next to the ocean. They love the sound of the waves.
Living by the ocean sounds like a dream. Do they have any special hobbies?
My grandfather, Arthur, loves to build wooden boats in his garage. And my grandmother, Rosa, is an amazing baker. She makes the best apple pie in the entire world.
Apple pie. You're making me hungry. I only knew one of my grandparents well, my father's mother, my grandmother Betty.
Grandmother Betty. Tell me about her.
She was a tiny woman, but she had a huge personality. She lived on a large farm when she was younger, so she knew how to grow every type of vegetable. Her garden was legendary.
Wow, a master gardener. Did she teach you how to grow plants?
She tried, but I wasn't a very good student. I only know how to take care of my small indoor cactus plants, but I loved listening to her stories about life on the farm.
Grandparents are like living history books. They're so precious. Okay, Alex, let's move sideways on the family tree. What about your aunts and uncles?
Aunts and uncles. For our beginner listeners, your aunt is the sister of your mother or father, and your uncle is the brother of your mother or father.
Exactly. Do you have many aunts and uncles, Alex?
Remember, I have a small family. My father is an only child, which means he has no brothers or sisters, but my mother has one brother.
Okay, so you have one uncle. What's his name?
His name is Uncle Richard. He's married to my Aunt Susan.
Uncle Richard and Aunt Susan. Do they live near you?
No, they actually live in Canada, so I only get to see them once every few years for big holidays. What about you, Lisa? I bet you have a lot of aunts and uncles.
You guessed correctly. My father has two brothers, so I have Uncle Thomas and Uncle Henry.
Uncle Thomas and Uncle Henry. And your mother?
My mother has three sisters, so I have Aunt Maria, Aunt Julia, and Aunt Clara.
Wow! 2 uncles and 3 aunts. That makes 5 in total. Your family gatherings must be huge.
They're massive, and because I have so many aunts and uncles, that means I have a lot of cousins.
Ah, cousins. A cousin is the child of your aunt or uncle. How many cousins do you have, Lisa? I'm almost afraid to ask.
Let's see. Uncle Thomas has 3 kids, Aunt Maria has 2, Aunt Clara has 4. I have 12 cousins in total.
12 cousins. You have your own personal soccer team.
It feels like it sometimes. When we have a family reunion in the summer, we rent a huge park because we can't fit inside a normal house.
That sounds so incredibly fun. You must have cousins of all different ages.
Yes, my oldest cousin is almost 40, and my youngest cousin is only 3 years old. I love playing with the little kids. What about you, Alex? Since your Uncle Richard lives in Canada, do you have any Canadian cousins?
Yes, I do. Uncle Richard and Aunt Susan have 2 children. I have 2 cousins named Matthew and Emily.
Matthew and Emily. Are you close with them, even though they live far away?
We try to stay close. We play video games together online, and we text each other funny videos. Technology makes it easy to stay connected with family far away.
That's very true. Okay, Alex, let's practice some descriptive vocabulary for our listeners. Let's describe what our family members look like and what their personalities are like.
That's a great idea. We can use simple adjectives. Let's start with physical appearance. I'll describe my sister, Sarah.
Okay, tell us what Sarah looks like.
Sarah is quite tall. She has long, straight, dark brown hair and she has bright green eyes. She usually wears very stylish, colorful clothes because she's a designer.
Tall, long brown hair, and green eyes. Those are perfect, simple descriptions. I'll describe my oldest brother, Daniel.
The serious accountant. What does he look like?
Daniel is very short. He has curly, short black hair, and he wears thick glasses. He almost always wears a formal suit and tie.
Short, curly black hair, and thick glasses. Excellent. Now let's describe personality. What is someone like on the inside?
I'll describe my grandmother, Rosa. She's incredibly generous. Generous means she loves to give things to other people. She's always baking pies and giving them to her neighbors.
That's a beautiful personality trait. I'll describe my cousin Matthew in Canada. Matthew is very outgoing. Outgoing means he loves talking to people and making new friends easily. He's never shy.
Outgoing is a great word. My little sister Maya is the opposite. She's very introverted. Introverted means she likes to be quiet and spend time alone reading or working on her computer. She's very thoughtful.
That's a great contrast. Outgoing and introverted. These are fantastic adjectives for our listeners to practice using when describing their own families.
Yes, you can say, my mother has short hair, or my uncle is very funny. It's a great way to build simple sentences.
Now, Lisa, let's talk about family activities. When your massive family finally gets together, what do you all do?
Food is the main event. Because my family is so big, we love to have potluck dinners.
For our listeners, a potluck is a party where every single guest brings a different dish of food to share.
Exactly. My Aunt Maria brings spicy chicken, my Uncle Henry brings a huge salad, and I usually bring a dessert. We push all the tables together, eat for hours, and talk very loudly over each other.
That sounds chaotic but wonderful. What do you do after you eat?
We love music. My brother Leo plays the guitar, and my uncle plays the piano. We all sit in the living room and sing old songs together. It's my favorite tradition.
A musical family. That's so special. My small family is much quieter.
What does your quiet family do for fun?
We're very competitive. Every Sunday evening, my parents, my sister, and I have a board game night. We sit around the table and play complex strategy games.
Oh, wow. Does anyone ever get angry if they lose?
Sometimes. My dad hates losing, but it's always in good fun. We drink tea, eat some snacks, and try to beat each other at the games. It's a great way to bond.
Board games are a classic family activity. You know, Alex, just talking about these memories makes me feel really warm and happy inside.
I feel the same way, Lisa. Family really is our first home. Even if they drive us crazy sometimes, they're the most important people in our lives.
They truly are. And as we said at the beginning, family is the absolute best topic for practicing English conversation.
Why's that?
Because it's deeply personal. You don't have to invent a story. You already know your mother's name, your brother's job, and your grandmother's hobbies. You just have to translate those facts into English.
That's incredibly true. The words come much more naturally when you're talking about something you love and know perfectly.
Exactly. Well, Alex, looking at the time, I think we've mapped out our entire family trees today.
We really have. We talked about parents, massive groups of siblings, grandparents by the ocean, uncles in Canada, and dozens of cousins.
We also practiced some great adjectives like outgoing, introverted, tall, and curly. I think it was a very productive episode.
I completely agree. To all of our amazing listeners, thank you so much for joining us today on the Daily English Loop.
Yes, thank you for spending your time with us. We hope you learned some new vocabulary to help you talk about your own loved ones.
Before we officially sign off, we have a very fun homework assignment for you.
Yes, we love reading your English writing in the comments section below this video or audio track.
Our question for you today is simple. Tell us about one person in your family.
Yes, you can write about your mother, your grandfather, or your favorite cousin. Tell us their name, describe what they look like, or tell us about their personality.
Please type 1 or 2 simple sentences in English in the comments. Don't worry about perfect grammar. Just practice describing someone you love.
We read every single comment, and we can't wait to learn a little bit about your families from all over the world.
We really do love reading them. And one last reminder, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button for the Daily English Loop.
Give us a big thumbs up and share this episode with your own family members who are studying English.
Thank you all again for your wonderful support. Keep practicing, call your parents, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Have a beautiful week, everyone. Bye.